Welcome, 239 Uncensored Everything Southwest Florida and beyond. And we have a great podcast with my good friend, Jeff Morse. He's the Battalion Chief of North Collier Fire. And we have a big event coming up. It's a fundraiser for the Brotherhood Ride that Jeff founded back in 2007.
That's right. We started in 2007. Unfortunately, we lost 9 firefighters in Charleston, South Carolina. So that was our first ride. We actually rode in 2008, the year after the incident, up from Naples up to Charleston, South Carolina on our bicycles.
Yeah, so let's go back a little bit, Jeff, because I know we've talked about this before in the past. It's quite amazing where it's come and where it is now as far as the Brotherhood Ride. Go back and kind of just break it down a little bit. I know you kind of gave a little bit of a summary there, but break it down of how it started here in Naples with you and why you did it.
Sure. And so in 2007, we lost 9 brother firefighters up in Charleston, South Carolina. And, we're here today because we're going to talk about 9/11. And everybody had been through 9/11. I had experiences in 9/11. And I was just, there was 500 first responders that were killed in 9/11 during the terrorist attack. So I had those emotions. And then when I found out about the 9 guys at one time, this was like the second deadliest fire that happened since 9/11. I just felt compelled to do something for their families. I wanted to do something for their families, some type of fundraiser. And I didn't want to just raise money and send them a check or something. I wanted them to show them that there was first responders literally across the country that wanted to honor their memory. So a year later, after the incident, we rode our bicycles, not motorcycles, but bicycles.
There you go.
Everybody thinks it's
the
motorcycles.
Real deal.
Yeah. We rode our bicycles from Naples, Florida, up to Charleston, South Carolina. Just so happened to take us 9 days. We got into Charleston and honored the 9 heroes after 9 days of riding and met with their families. And it was such an emotional experience. We had borrowed a lot of equipment from the departments we were, riding with. And I didn't think we would ever be able to recreate that experience. So we took everything back. We said, hey, this is a one-time deal, the Brotherhood Ride, one shot, and that was going to be it. And we went back here in Naples for about a month. And Officer Andrew Widman from Fort Myers Police Department was shot and killed in downtown. We had gone through downtown Fort Myers on our first ride. They had given us a huge escort, and the fire department, police department came out, and the police department actually contacted us and said, is there any way you could, honor Andy the following year? So the following year, we got back on our bikes. We rode 413 miles around the state of Florida. 413 was his badge number. So it was a huge number for the department. Started in Fort Myers, and we ended back in Fort Myers. So I always say it's a firefighters that started the Brotherhood Ride, and it was a police officer that made sure the Brotherhood Ride continues. So since then, it's always an annual event, and we this year here in October we'll be leaving again on October 27th. We're leaving from North Collier Fire Station 45, going through the state and ending up in Miami. We'll be going through Orlando, and we're honoring 26 first responders who gave their life protecting the state of Florida last year. So our reason continues every year.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know you guys, and thank you very much for this amazing challenge coin, memorial coin. And this was the 2021.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Ride. Can you fill me in on that one? You said you went all the way from Naples, Florida to New York City
on a bicycle.
Bicycle.
Yes, sir. And
I asked you too. I go, Jeff, did you ride it?
Yeah. You did. Yeah, I think he's looking at my battalion chief weight or something.
And I have no indication that you did not do it. So I believe you did. Yeah.
So everybody thinks that it's motorcycles first of all. Then they think it's a relay race where it's one guy's on the road one day. The whole team is on the ride at one time. And we had, I think, on that ride we had like 37 riders. And we're all out there together. So you do every mile of that. And it was 22 days on a bicycle from Naples, Florida, up to New York City. We actually arrived in Ground Zero for the 9/11 ceremonies. We had a ceremony right there in front of Station 1010 where the reflection ponds are and stuff. So
wow, that's amazing. Yeah. And when you go to that place, it just, your body just brings in all the emotions, I guess, from that. I've been there several times. Just tell us a little bit about the ride itself. I mean, when do you get when do you get to the point where like, oh, this is getting tough?
So that happens to everybody. I mean, everybody's going to have a breaking point on this ride. And what's important for us is every year we have a custom made jersey. So every year we have the names of the people we're honoring on the back of our jerseys. So when you're hitting that breaking point, whatever it is, it's a bad hill, it's raining out, whatever, you look in front of you at the rider in front of you and you see those names. And that just keeps you going. You just dig in and you're like, hey, we're here for them. And that's it.
Yeah, and I could tell, Jeff, you get emotional about it because it's passionate and it means a lot to you. And I'm sure the families and friends and the people you work with can't thank you enough for doing these types of things. And it's a big deal to go up there, and the show. And I'm sure those folks, when you get to New York City, when you get there in 21, and then when you go to you end up in Orlando on this one this year.
We're actually ending in Miami. We're going to go through Orlando and end in Miami.
Yeah, those people must really appreciate everything you do.
It was important for me. I've been on the honor guard down here in North Collier Fire for a long time. And it was important for me that when we set this up, we did it a year later. So many times we have tragedies like this, and being military and police and stuff, we'll go there and we'll say, never forget. And to me, that's a promise you're making to those families. Whoever says that, whether it's the chief of the department, the new guy on the job, is making a promise to the families that they'll never forget. And unfortunately, we're all busy. We get time moves on and we got other things going on in our lives. And those families feel that they get forgotten. And just going there and, there's a financial donation that we make, but we say it's more emotional support, because just going there and reading their husband's name again or their loved one's name again means so much to them. I remember a time we were talking to a firefighter family, and he had died in a lumberyard fire. And she said, it's the guys would come by, every time they'd go by the house, they would stop or they'd hit the horn on the air truck as they go by. And then that started fading off. And a couple of years went by, and then their kids they had forgot even to invite their kids to the Christmas party, that they have an annual Christmas party. So it's just, if they could, nobody really knows a lot of these people that we're riding for. We've never met them, but we're their brothers. And we go there and we just, the family is just amazed that we have, people from Massachusetts coming down, or people from Iowa coming down, part of our team that would do this. So that would get, our guys on this year's ride, it's going to be 9 days. These are 9 days that, as somebody that works in law enforcement and stuff, your vacation time is valuable. And to go home to your family and say, hey, listen, for 9 days, I'm going to be on a bicycle. We're this year here we're riding during Halloween. A lot of these guys have little kids, and they got to tell their kids, hey, listen, I'll be on this bike ride because it means something to another family.
Yeah, commitment. Huge. So give me a day, like normally a normal day, because you said it was 22 days to get to New York City from Naples, Florida.
Yep.
Just give me a scenario of a day.
So first day is always a 6 a.m. wake up. We try to wake you up with a nice music in the room, nice pleasant song. Then we'll, the lights will stay low for 10 minutes, give you a little time to catch your memories and stuff. And then it's up. They got to have their totes packed, their air mattresses. We sleep on air mattresses. We try to keep our costs down to a bare minimum, so we give more to the families. And that's another great thing about our team. Our team don't want to spend a dime unless we have to. So we'll sleep on air mattresses. We wake up, we blow down our air mattresses, take them, pack them away, and 7 o'clock we're eating. By 8 o'clock we're on the road, and we're going to paddle anywhere from 80 to 100 miles that day. We'll stop on the road for lunch. We got great sponsors with Elks Lodges. The Elks Lodges, the fraternity that they have, is amazing throughout the state. They've always been supportive of us since 2007. And we'll get in at night. They'll feed us a hot meal at night. We'll stay on their floor, blow up those air mattresses, and then they'll feed us a hot meal a hot breakfast in the morning, and we're on the road again. So
wow,
80 to 100 miles a day.
Wow.
And these guys, there's no chirping at 6 o'clock in the morning, nobody complaining, everybody just getting their stuff together and getting their bikes ready, and we're on the road again.
Now, where do you guys usually stay? Do you have it set up along the way?
Yeah, so that's why I said we stay at Elks
Lodges.
You say the Elks,
yeah, inside the lodge itself.
Inside the lodge, yeah. So we'll kick the tables out and stuff, and the Elks really get a kick out of it because they see it turns into like a refugee camp in a matter of a half an hour. If you say, hey, that room's yours, boom. It's just like clothes are hanging up. We got air mattresses all over the place. And
I'll go to the lights.
They get a kick out of it.
Yeah. Now, obviously to keep this going and to fund it, and you want to be able to donate, and you want to be able to, have some money and things like that for your victims and for your fellow firemen, law enforcement, public safety members. You have fundraisers, and let's talk a little bit about the fundraiser we have this coming Saturday that I'm going to actually be in
on Sunday.
Sunday the 10th.
Yep.
The
so
10th.
The one you signed up for.
Yeah, I signed up for that on Sunday. I'm sorry, get that right.
Yeah. So the fundraiser on Sunday. This is our second year we're doing it. The Naples Grand has been fantastic last year. Last year I came up with the idea, and it's a great way for us to raise funds. But there's a bigger meaning, obviously, with 9/11. That's the whole goal, is we want to remember what happened on 9/11. So we're having it on Sunday 9/10, just because it's easier for everybody to get to on the weekend than that actual day on 9/11. And what we're going to do is we're going to climb the stairs, just like the guys, the police officers and firefighters did on 9/11. They were in the stairwells climbing up to try to get rescues as many people as they can. We're going to recreate that a little bit with all of our participants, and we're going to climb the stairs.
Yeah, so Sunday, make sure you get that one right. Sunday, September 10th.
Yep.
And check-in will begin at 7 a.m. And if you haven't done it already, you can do it on Eventbrite. Is there another way?
Yeah, you could do it day of. We'll have that information there. You could do a day of if you just want to come out. And last year was great. We had a lot of firefighters, a lot of police officers, but then we had the general community come out. And it was great to see the support of the community, because they know that on 9/11 was an important day, and they want to remember that. So, we had women with, small kids and everything going up in the stairs and everything. It was great to see.
Now, we know there were 110 stories in each of the Twin Towers. I think you guys are going to simulate that. I think it's going to kick off at the Stair Climb is actually going to begin at 8:46.
Right. Is a time when the first plane hit the World Trade Center. So, the goal is to be in the stairs climbing by then. I think last year we talked a little too much and we weren't in there till like 9 o'clock, but it'll happen right around there. We'll be in the stairway, and you'll see some guys with gear on. Some guys aren't wearing gear. I've seen last year we had a deputy sheriff that carried one of the riot shields up with them, which looked pretty heavy to me.
Yeah.
That looked pretty heavy. Yeah. So I don't know.
Now, do you go up and then come back down and then go up?
So we have two stairways. So one will be the up stairway on the west end of the building, and on the east end we'll traverse over, and on the east end everybody's coming down. So we're not bumping into each other. I know, like in when they do it in other places, it almost becomes a competition. Who could get up there the fastest? Who could do the most stairs? That's not what this is about. This is about remembering what happened that day. So for me, I don't care. We got some old timers that can't climb one flight of stairs. Take the elevator to the top and take a picture. You're remembering what happened that day.
No, that's wonderful.
I'm not going to come back and say, hey, I did 110. You only did 109. That don't matter to me. It matters what those guys did. Nobody got to the top of the stairs that day. That just happened to be how big the building was.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the first 200 that have registered, get a really neat challenge going.
Yeah, I should have brought one with me.
But that's okay. We got those. Get in there and sign up. Is your website, can you do it from there? Or is it basically if you go into Eventbrite and you could search? I know I did it on a link.
Eventbrite. Yeah,
Eventbrite. Just search for Stair Climb, and I believe I found it that way.
So what happens so what you'll do is you'll get a tag when you register. You'll get a challenge coin, and you also get a tag. And what this is a tag of a firefighter that lost his life on 9/11. Everybody will get one of those tags, and it has his name on the tag. And we intentionally left the back of the tag white, so you'll be able to get yourself a Sharpie. And I encourage people to find out who that firefighter or who that police officer was that you climbed up the stairs. Take a Sharpie and write it on the back. What company he was with, when he went on the job. Obviously when he left, but those are the things that mean something to the people.
Yeah, this one here happens to be City of New York Fire Department firefighter Joseph Agnello. But yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Look in, do a little search.
Yeah, we were going to do something on the back with the logo and everything. I'm like, no, let's just leave it plain.
Yeah,
let them find out where this guy came from.
I think that's fantastic. A lot of really good things that come from this, and I think bringing the community together and not forgetting. We know, and having it on September 10th, the day before 9/11, is important too. I think because we know there's a lot of other things going on that day. So,
right.
yeah.
I mean, when I set this up, we did it on 9/11 last year. Yeah. And I was a traditionalist. I'm like, you have to have it on 9/11. Right. We're not going to do it unless it's on 9/11. I had so much kickback on that this year. So on the back of the shirts, we're selling shirts there. And on the back of the shirts, it says, remember the heroes with a cold beer and sore legs. Because on 9/11, you'll have sore legs.
Right.
So,
yeah, so, and another interesting thing, they have the Take Soldier Fishing event at Naples Grand on the 9th. So
that's correct.
All the military folks are going to be there. I'm sure going to have a big, that place is going to be taken over by law enforcement, military, and firemen. Yeah. It's going to be great.
We were trying to get the word out last year about it. I don't think a lot of it got out to the military guys, so they were checking out, and we were going through the lobby, and they're like, "What are you guys doing? Oh, I wish we knew about this. We would have done it." You know,
and I think a lot of them have to get going too. But yeah, they have a great day. But no, it's great. Jeff, anything else to add? It's been amazing, and this is such a good thing you're doing for the community. And I know you have a lot of people that help you throughout the year. Anybody you'd like to bring up? I'm sure you can't name them all.
Yeah, I can't name them all, and I'll forget them all. But I really appreciate your help getting the word out on this. You know, you've been a big support of ours for years and everything. And like I say, the Naples Grand, they go out of their way to help first responders and military. Like you say, they got the Take a Soldier Fishing. Those guys down there, if you ask them anything, they'll bend over backwards to help out public safety. So
yeah. And a big shout out to Lois Bowling, because I know she's been putting that stuff out. I actually, if you want to know what's going on in town, you get with Lois, and she's got everything in there. But it's been great having you, Jeff. Anytime you ever want to come into the studio and anytime you want to get information out, just let me know. We are super supportive of everything you do. And we love our firemen. We love our policemen, public safety, school teachers, all that stuff. Military members. It's just such a great community here in Naples, and we're so fortunate that they're so supportive.
Yeah, like I say, that just try to get as many people as we can out that day, and it's going to be a great event. It was a great event last year for the first time, and me and us and the Naples Grand have decided to make it even bigger this year.
Yeah, they're great over there at the Naples Grand, Jacob and the whole crew. All right, 239 Uncensored, everything Southwest Florida and beyond, and we are so fortunate to have such a great community. Jeff, thank you for coming in. Brotherhood Ride, a big thing in Naples and Collier County, going and helping everybody throughout the United States. Actually, get out there on Sunday, and look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be at 7 a.m. check-in, so get there at Naples Grand. Get ready to climb some stairs in memory of a good cause. Again, thank you. 239 Uncensored, everything Southwest Florida and beyond, and we are out with a little fist bump. All right, Jeff. Sounds good. Thank you so much.